Alright guys, in this video today, we're going to be going over the best ways for you to turn your CS skins, or really any CS items, into cold hard cash, IRL money, because obviously this is a very, very important thing. In the CS2 investing world, if you buy something as an investment, it increases in price, you need some way to actually sell it and cash it out, to actually get those money, to realize those gains. Even if you're just a CS2 collector or a CS2 player, maybe you don't play Counter-Strike anymore and you previously bought some old skins and you're just ready to move on, you'd rather have the money, we're going to be talking about the best ways you can actually cash out and turn your items into real cash. Now, the first method is going to be going to a cash trader. Now, luckily for you, I am a cash trader right here. And obviously that is something that I really like doing for my community. And it's also a great way for my community to help me out as well. But there's tons of other cash traders out there. Most YouTubers, content creators, people in the CS community, big people on Twitter and stuff like that, they are cash traders. Now, obviously some of the pros of going to a cash trader and selling your skins, and actually how this works, I'll explain real quick as well. You can actually just DM me on Twitter. You can go to the first link in the description below. It's going to be my Twitter account. Send me a DM. Let me know the items you have. Let me know what you're selling, and let me know how much you're trying to get for it, and then we can negotiate a deal. And that's how it will work for most people. Obviously, different people have different rates. Different people have different items that they are willing to buy, not willing to buy, but you can usually get something figured out. Now, like I said, the pros of going to a cash trader are that it is instant. You are going to send me your items, and I'm going to send you that payment right away. You are going to get paid. You're going to have that cash. You also, cash traders will have all kinds of different payout methods. I know, like some of the stuff I offer is, PayPal, Zelle, Cash App, whatever, Venmo, but also crypto, PayPal. There's some people who really like crypto. Some people really like one of those different payment methods. And cash traders can offer that when a lot of other different sites and stuff can't offer that. Also, you're able to help out members of the community. I know when people sell to me, it means a lot to me, because obviously you're selling to me, and then I'm hopefully going to go sell and be able to make a little bit of profit off this stuff, or be able to hold it if I think it's a good long-term investment or whatever. And that does help support me, my channel, my content. So obviously my channel is still relatively small. We're just barely starting to get sponsors and stuff like that. My ad revenue isn't insane or anything. So being able to make this daily content for you guys, when you guys sell me stuff, it does help me out. And I know it would help out anybody, all the other YouTubers, people on Twitter, everything helps them out as well. And also a big pro is that you can actually negotiate with cash traders. You can argue a little bit, you can haggle, you can try to get the best price, best deal, stuff like that. So that is definitely a big positive there as well. Now, obviously some of the cons of cash traders, one of them that people will say is the high fees. Sometimes you can definitely find better deals if you, instead of going to a cash trader, you go to a different website, or whatever, or you use one of these other methods to sell your stuff. But again, that isn't going to be instant. So yes, you are sometimes paying a little bit of a higher fee by going to a cash trader, but you're also paying for that instant cash out, that instant money that you can't really find anywhere else. But I can definitely see that as a con. And I think the other biggest con, and something I see a lot, is the risk of getting scammed. If you are trading with somebody who you've never traded with before, or you're going to somebody who's maybe a not super reputable cash trader in the scene, which happens a lot right now. I have tons of people where I will give them an offer, and then they'll be like, oh, so-and-so, CS Cash Trader 69 on Twitter just offered me a way better deal. Screw you. I'm going to go over to him. And then guess what? He ends up scamming them, because sometimes if the deal sounds too good, it is too good. And, sometimes those people who aren't very reputable in the scene, they have to try to offer, really insane rates and really good deals because they don't have any reputation. And sometimes those are people who end up scamming you. But the reputable people in the community, sometimes they don't have like the absolute top of the market rates, because those numbers are unsustainable. So sometimes the paying the little bit of a higher fee can be worth in the end. So a big con is also the risk of getting scammed. I've definitely seen a lot of people get scammed. So please be careful. Don't be getting scammed by cash traders. The number 2 way to cash out your skins into money is going to be trading sites. Now, there are a bunch of different kinds of trading sites. There are bot trading sites, and there are peer-to-peer trading sites. Some of my favorites are definitely peer-to-peer trading sites. But some of these things include CS Float, Skinbid, Skinport, CS Money, Buff Market, GamerPay, Upin, Buff163. Now, all of these are really going to depend on what your needs are and what you like and enjoy. Some people love Skinbid. Some people love Skinport. Some people love CS Flow. It's also going to depend on where you have balance, because oftentimes the place where you trade the most, where you buy and sell the most, is where you're going to have that balance. That's where you're going to easily be able to get in and out. Some of these sites are really cool. My favorite is definitely CS Flow. It's where I do the most of my buying and selling on. I think it's the most fluid. It's the one that I enjoy the most. But again, like I said, I know people really like a bunch of these other different ones. It's just going to be finding out which one works the best for you, but definitely go check out any of the ones that I mentioned. I think they're all at least pretty decent. Now, the pros of trading sites is they're going to be relatively safe. 99% of the time, for the most part, you're not going to be getting scammed as long as you're using a reputable trading site. One of the ones that I recommended, one of the ones that I mentioned. They're also very reliable, 100% uptime. You can trade 24/7 on a lot of these. They all have customer support. They fix your issues. They, help you out when weird stuff comes up. And a lot of them will have different cash out methods as well. I know some of them you can cash out with crypto. Some of them will cash out straight to your bank. Whatever. There's a ton of different methods. That is also really, really good. Now, again, the cons here is going to be the fees, because the fees can be very, very complicated, and sometimes fees can even be hidden across some of these different sites. There will be, like I said, hidden fees, or you just have to be wary. The fees are going to be different on every single one. Some of these are very high percentage fees, but sometimes it's not even that bad because it means you can sell your items for more money, and sometimes the fees will be a little bit lower. Sometimes you have a fee when you do the sale and when you try to cash out money, so even if the fees seem a little bit lower, you have to really actually sink into it and see how you can actually cash out your money and stuff like that. Also, another con versus cash trading is that this is not instant. You're going to list your skin up for sale, and you're going to have to wait till somebody actually buys it. Sometimes I've had that happen in 1 minute. Sometimes I've had that happen in 1 month or even longer. And depending on how liquid or illiquid your item is, sometimes it literally might not ever sell. So yeah, it can seem like a good idea to go to a trading website because it seems like you can get more money than from going to a cash trader. But sometimes when you try and sell in bulk, you can end up crashing the market prices. Sometimes you have something so illiquid that it doesn't sell. Sometimes you don't even know what the actual price of your thing is worth, and you might be trying to sell it for too high of a price and it just never sells as well. So yeah, the fact that you definitely have to wait is a big con. And also a con for some people will be the know your customer laws and stuff like that, where you actually have to sign up for like tax forms and tax fees and give them all your information, everything like that. Some people aren't comfortable with that for whatever reason. And sometimes I'm sure that can be different across different countries and everything like that. We're selling to a cash trader. You don't have to worry about things like that. So those are some of the pros and cons for those trading sites as well. Another way to cash out is, this is not exactly getting to money, but there are some ways to kind of eventually turn it into money. But another way to sell is obviously on Steam. You can sell your items on the Steam marketplace directly with that Steam integration. Now, some big pros of this is it's a huge marketplace. The liquidity is insane. It is so easy and so fast to buy and sell your items on Steam. You can buy a ton of items in huge bulk. And yeah, you can just buy stuff really, really easily there. Everyone is on Steam. Obviously, everyone who plays CS has a Steam account and is on there. It's very simple. It's very easy. But obviously, some of the cons here, and depending on, this could be a pro or a con, depending on who you ask, but you get Steam balance. Now, if you are somebody who's always buying a ton of Steam games and taking advantage of the Steam sales and stuff like that, you're a real avid gamer and CS isn't necessarily your most important thing, you get that Steam balance. But obviously for some people, Steam balance is a big con because Steam balance doesn't have any real world value. There's no way to turn that Steam balance into real dollars. So that is a big con. Also, Steam has some big fees. Now, again, this does make those items worth a lot more on Steam. So if you are constantly buying and selling on Steam, it doesn't really matter to you that the prices are a little bit higher because you're buying for higher prices, but you're also selling for higher prices, but you are getting that 13% Steam tax eaten into you over and over again. So that's why it can definitely be a big con. I would not recommend selling on Steam by any means, but I do know every once in a while, especially when I'm trying to buy certain items in bulk, sometimes it can make sense to buy on Steam because Steam just has insane volumes, and sometimes Steam's like the only place where you can even find like a certain amount of items or something like that. But also there are some ways to eventually turn Steam balance into money. Now, obviously on Steam, I've had some people take their Steam balance and buy some weapons, buy some AK skins or buy some op skins or whatever, and then actually come to a cash trader or come to a third-party trading site or whatever, and then turn it into cash that way. And then the other method that people actually use for turning Steam balance into real-world money is by buying things like Steam decks or whatever with their Steam balance, and then trying to sell it to people on like Facebook Marketplace or trying to sell it on eBay or whatever, stuff like that. And then you don't get, again, still you're losing some money in that instance, in that situation, but it is at least another way to turn something like Steam balance into real world money. And that's kind of a method that maybe not so many people know about or not so many people have heard about, but I know I've seen a lot of people do before, and it can be an okay method. But I do think these are the main ways that you can turn your CS skins or items or whatever into cold hard cash in 2025. Again, these methods have been working throughout all of 2024. I definitely think they'll continue to work within 2025. Obviously, some of my favorites are obviously going to cash traders or my favorite and the most reputable trading sites. And again, if you're looking for a cash trader, a way to cash out your skins instantly for cold hard cash or crypto or any other payment method, definitely hit me up over on Twitter. It's going to be the first link in the description below. And also, I'll be in the comment section answering any of your guys' questions about any of the different sites or anything like that as well. Good luck, stay safe, don't get scammed, all that good stuff. And hopefully you make a ton of money and need to cash out a ton of stuff in 2025. Hopefully catch you guys in the next one. Until then, peace.